Good morning, world. Alexa, what's the date and time?
It's 6:19 a.m.
What is the date?
Today is Thursday, April 14th.
April 14th. Okay, cool. What's the weather like in Pahrump?
Here's the forecast for Thursday, April 14th in Pahrump. Look for partly sunny weather with a high of 72 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 44 degrees.
Okay, cool. Great. Well, today I will be in Las Vegas at the apartments before 10:30.
This might answer your question.
Alexa, stop. Stop. Okay, so I will be at the apartments at before 10:30 today, and I will be there looking to collect money from people who promised to pay today. Very important to keep your commitments. I am reminded of this daily myself, and it's a thing we have to do. If you want to get ahead, if you want to get from here to there, you have to have people give you credit, extend you the ability to have something today, something in return tomorrow, or that you repay them in the future, that it's worth the investment. So I'm going to be down there. Yesterday I had good conversations, exchange with people at Boxable. Boxable has been a key part of our program from the beginning because they provide the American dream. And as of yesterday, they have agreed to work with us to hire people at their new plant. These have to be qualified people. So this is a career-changing opportunity. They are going to change the world in terms of housing. Boxable. They're going to change the world in terms of housing. We've been with them since their very beginning, doing things to try to help them, trying to get houses so that we could put them on properties. Elon Musk also is a believer in Boxable. And yesterday, I reached out to him for employment for our people and just to do here's what's happening. And they said, sure, we'd be interested in hiring people if they're the right people. So what does that mean? That means you have to be somebody who we can depend on and count on. So somebody that wants to work hard, learning an industry that's going to be changing the world, being on the ground floor, because they're now in the process of building plants many places. They've got a backlog of 47,000 homes. So they need big partners who've got deep pockets that can put up the money to build a factory and go from there. So let's see. So that's an opportunity for people who want to work hard, who want to have a career, who want to retire, making money because they have bought stock in the company that they work. Let's see. Today is the day that Corporal goes back to Vegas to start preparing for his trip back to Hawaii on Tuesday. And we have a couple loose ends to close regarding counseling, but it was great having Corporal out here, learned a lot from him. He helped out tremendously. And it's going to be sad to see him go, but we wish him the best in moving onward and upward in his career. And I know that he learned a lot from our people. Now, perspective. I think that's the topic for today. The way things look depends upon our fundamental underlying beliefs. So if you look outside and it looks like it's going to rain, your fundamental belief could be, oh, it's going to be cold and I got to wear a lot of layers of clothing. Or you could have a different view, completely like, oh, thank God, crops are going to get, we're going to get some water into the soil here. It's not going to be so dry. Things are going to be able to grow and live and flourish. It's all about perspective. My advice and suggestion would be to always look for the positive. And when things don't turn out as you want, it's not always the right thing to do to complain about it. If you got everything you wanted, life would be pretty boring. And you wouldn't be satisfied. So we are instilled with this thing called hedonic adaptation. No matter how great something is, if we have it too much, we get used to it, and then we get tired of it, and we want something more. So you can look at the down times as preparing you for something better. Learning experience. We learn more when we make mistakes than when we don't make mistakes. In fact, when we don't make mistakes, it tends to make us think we've got the game figured out. And we often, usually, really just have a small little window into the world. So, okay, just got a note from somebody. Let's talk about Seth Godin. Let's see what he has to say. This is about perspective. It's a short one. 2 things we say to kids, overheard recently. To a 10-year-old on his way to a baseball game, come home with a win. To a 9-year-old at the supermarket, I don't think you'll like that. It's pretty clear what lessons are being taught. So, perspective. If you look at the bright side, if you set positive expectations or look at things in a positive way, people will probably do better. You know, in the first one, instead of saying, come home with a win, what if it was, don't lose, just don't lose? What's the focus on? Losing. And so 7:26 into it, it's 6:26. I got to get out there for the morning PT. And yeah. So let's leave it once again with our Navy SEAL maxim. Yesterday was the only easy day. Let's go out there and make something happen.